What comes to mind when you think of Mexico? The flag, which I think is a cool one. The yellow filter meme. And good food. What is this yellow filter meme everyone is talking about? Corner home stores. Blew my mind that people opened up a store in their living room or kitchen. Or ask so. Got all my snacks there. Reddit. I spent my summers in Mexico visiting family and those stores were my lifeline. Loved everything about it and would never trade it for anything. Those little stores were the best growing up. I would spend almost every weekend as a kid in Juarez. I'd get 10 pesos, walk to the tiendita and get like 5 snacks. Juarino here. God, I miss jelly burgers and Vanamania. Viva las cobras nos vemos en el Riverino. The shape of the country in a map. I'm not very good at geography or recalling shapes, but Mexico has a very distinct one. One state in Mexico, San Luis Potosí, is shaped like a Schnauzer dog, and Zacatecas is kicking it in the throat. Zacatecas is a chameleon kicking San Luis. As someone from Zacatecas I can confirm it lol. Tacos and cheap prescription drugs. Cheap prescription tacos. MMM. Forbidden prescription tacos. Drool. I cannot read this without hearing Homer's voice. There is this soup I had at someone's house in the middle of nowhere in Mexico and I think about it all the time. It had hominy and pork, and it was red but not tomatoes. I think it was some kind of pepper broth. It was so good, and I will never forget it. Pozole? Yeah, sounds like pozole. 100% it's pozole. And not birria, which is also red. Homer nice the giveaway. Tequila. Joseph. Oh my god. Time for King Crimson to delete any further comments. Because this is perfect. Elote. Bruh, you don't understand how in Psyche I was when 2 different elote men and women started doing business on DoorDash in my city. I don't give a s that it's like $6 delivery charge. I'd probably spend that much in gas trying to find one. Back when I was growing up in Chicago's little village neighborhood circa 2002ish. You could find an elotero on every freaking corner. I'm talking corn, butter, mayo, cheese. You could also get fresh fruit with chili or lemon. Also lots of ice cream vendors with little bells on their carts. What a time to be alive lol. In a ho, cheers to finding elote in your area. I live on the other side of the train tracks as they say. Except, in my city it's the major freeway that cuts through. I live above it. If I drove below it, I would find one fairly easily. But it's also a triple digit H12R and so maybe not. Zahuatanillo. It's a little place in Mexico on the Pacific Ocean. You sound like a man who knows how to get things. Get busy living, or get busy dying. Avocados from Mexico. Funny story about that ad is that, at least in California, it reduced sales of avocados from Mexico. It brought to people's awareness that some avocados were imported, so people started buying the USA avocados instead lol. You get a choice of avocados? We get either a sad pile of swishy ones, or a pile that won't be ripe for 3 weeks. Where do you live? Northeast USA. Tacos. I've been questing IRL for years now to get the taco with the real taste of Mexico. Every new quest is met with flavors and told. And the sides. I've gained so much, but mostly just a rocking dad bod taco belly. Forget Taco Tuesdays. Tacos for life. Every day is Taco Tuesday. You don't have to stop at tacos though. Mole Mondays, Uvas Rancheras Wednesdays, Tamale Thursdays, Flautas Fridays, Smothered Burrito Saturdays, Enchilada Sundays. We do menudo / pozole Sundays here. Other than that, I fully agree with your schedule. Mexican flag and a glass bottle Coke. Mexican Coca-Cola is just better. I put mine in the freezer last night. It was too late by the time I remembered. I'm paying. Rookie mistake. You're supposed to pour one into the ice cube tray. Dia de los Muertos. I recently found out Mexicans actually call it Dia de Muertos. Only in the US it includes los due to the way it translates from Day of the Dead. The dominant US effect on world culture also makes the US understanding of Mexican culture spread to the rest of the world. Even in Spain, Colombia, and Venezuela. I've seen Mexican food mean Ortega taco shells and Dia de Muertos listed as Dia de los Muertos. You just made me realize I have no idea what Colombian and Venezuelan native dishes are like. But yeah. Apparently if you ask for sauce in a Mexican restaurant in Spain you'll be given ketchup. How the Spanish didn't acquire any taste from their centuries of colonial adventures is beyond me. How the Spanish didn't acquire any taste from their centuries of colonial adventures is beyond me. Western Europe moment. Mexicans. Makes sense. Mexicans. The soda in Mexico is still made with cane sugar unlike here with that corn syrup s. Mariachi bands. Mexican music plays. Yellow filter. Sepia tone. At first I was like I don't remember these words from Spanish class, then I realized I'm an idiot. Sepia in Spanish means cuttlefish, but sepia tone or color/filtro sepia is the same as sepia tone in English. Gdaj. Gaj. I think of colorful stuff. Pinatas. Spicy food. Sangria. Long wavy black hair. Cool pronunciation. Dia de muertos. Putting lime in everything. Chili on everything. Even drinks and fruits. I didn't get a taste for it, but several people I know only eat their watermelon with chili on it. To them, it's the best way to eat it. Mexican Coke and chickens for some reason. Bruh, I live in Guadalajara, second largest city, and the city is super urban and modern. Like really modern in most parts, and yet, chickens, horses, cows and goats roam around the whole city and everyone just accepts it like a normal everyday thing. That's wild. Sounds cool as hell. El Tortuga. Holiday. Best holiday ever. Met up with friends we met the year before in the south of France in San Luis Potosi. Stayed with their families for a week. Grandma made breakfast every morning and we played domino with her every evening. When we left we gave her a book about the Netherlands, written in Spanish, and tears were flowing. Traveled another 2 weeks starting in Mexico City and going to Veracruz, Palenque, Oaxaca, Puerto Escondido and back to Mexico City. Never met friendlier people than Mexicans, and the food. Oh my god. So food. Again. Best holiday ever. I agree. I've traveled and lived abroad in quite a few countries, but Mexico is typically my answer when PPL ask where is my favorite country to visit. I spent 6 weeks looping the southern part DF to Puebla, Oaxaca beaches, Chiapas, the falls, Palenque, Tulum and back. I was with a partner for all of it and met a friend who lived in Puebla and spoke fluent Spanish for parts of it. I love the food everywhere and how wild some of the sights are. Ancient temples as if from another planet and tropical beaches and forests. It's so foreign compared with the US and yet not so far away. Also PPL are generally helpful and friendly, and in my experience the crime/danger is blown way out of proportion. Aztec pyramids. There are a lot of pre-Hispanic civilizations that took place in Mexico long before the Aztecs. Some even defeated the growing Aztecs, Mexicus, before they became the empire they are recognized for. An interesting fact about the Aztecs compared to other civilizations is that it is not well known their exact origin. It is known that they came from some part of the north of Mexico. They claimed to be the chosen ones to rule the Valley of Mexico, so apparently they destroyed every evidence of their past, maybe to hide a more humble and poor origin of the group. Acapulco and El Chavo del Ocho. The theme music for El Chavo/El Chapulín Colorado is engraved in my brain. Based Chespirito. Axolotls, I just love those little salamanders. Real life Pokemon. Unbelievably beautiful deep blue crystal clear water filled sinkholes in the Mayan Riviera. Cenotes. Not everybody who goes into the cenote comes out of the cenote. Guacamole. My parents. La chancla. My mom's favorite weapon. The accuracy is astounding. Either travels at 500 feet per minute or 1 foot per minute, depending on if it's worn or thrown. Coco. Probably the only movie that made me sob like a baby in a packed theater. I cry every effing time I watch that movie. The first time I watched it my kid's friend and her dad, who I basically just met that day, were over and I didn't want to cry in front of some guy I didn't know well. But damn was it hard to keep myself together. Axolotls. I had no idea they were native to Mexico, till anything that ends in TL is Mexican. Like ahuacatl, avocado, and zocolatl, chocolate. Really big agave plants and insanely good food. Dunes, chupacabras, flautas, gringos on spring break, My mom used to threaten me if I didn't finish everything on my plate. The dunes would come for me. Lol. My mother's friend said me that La Corta Pipis would come for me if I pee outside, at the park or somewhere else. Lol. Did they ever tell you to watch out for El Cucay? Fruit. My husband pretty much never shuts up about all the wonderful fruit his family had when he was growing up. Avocado. 4 different citrus on one tree. Papaya. Loquats. Mangus. Tuna. Guayaba. Mamey. Pitaya. And pomegranate. Tuna fruit. In Spanish there's tuna fruit and fish tuna is called atún. Luna. Luna de Manatuna. Lark me dist esifu a la laguna. Beautiful architecture. Yes. And colorful. Forza Horizon 5. I can't wait for the game to come out. November 9th. Al Pastor. Spent a semester abroad studying in Guadalajara, the second largest city. Coming from Germany, I remember hospitality, being welcomed with open arms, a nice climate plus tasty and affordable food. Thing is, most houses are surrounded with high fences. Made me feel isolated rather than living in an open neighboring community. Also, traffic is the worst in the cities. Takes a crazy amount of time getting from A to B by car or bus, and cycling is quite dangerous as there are almost no bike paths like in Germany. Fences, I think it's a common thing in the country. We Mexicans are a little bit paranoid of someone stealing our goods. I wouldn't say it's paranoia, it's more so that crime exists a lot. Lol.